Welcome everyone to My Weight World TV. I'm Dr. Brenda MD, and today I'm discussing how our diet affects our blood pressure with Janice Baker. She is a registered dietitian and a certified diabetes educator with over 25 years of experience. Welcome, Janice.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Hey, an elevated blood pressure is defined as anything greater than 140/90. As an internist, I'm constantly counseling patients about how important it is to have good blood pressure control. And most of my patients want to try diet and exercise first. So if I refer them to you, what do you typically recommend?
Well, first what I do is I ask your patients to let me know what they're eating during the day and how they're eating. One of the biggest hits on your body that really rises blood pressure is the fact that people eat a lot of sodium. And a lot of times they eat a lot of salt without even knowing it. What this does, especially over time, is make their bodies retain a lot of excess water, which can over time create a lot of stress on the heart and the kidneys, and that raises blood pressure. I also look to see if they have enough of protective nutrients, such as potassium, that helps to normalize blood pressure.
What foods typically contain a lot of sodium?
Well, again, that's a lot of pre-processed foods. Canned foods oftentimes have a lot of salt in them, such as canned soups. Condiments, such as soy sauce and barbecue sauce, are very high in sodium. And a lot of fast foods are also extremely high in salt. You don't have to have a salt shaker anywhere near you to have a very high sodium diet.
So processed foods, condiments, even ketchup.
Ketchup even, right.
And how do we get enough potassium in our diet then?
Well, potassium comes mostly from plant-based foods. Again, fresh fruits and vegetables in a wide variety can really make a difference in terms of increasing our potassium intake. Orange juice, vegetable juices are also great ways to get your potassium.
Can certain beverages raise our blood pressure?
Yes, they can. Actually, some people are sensitive to the effects of caffeine, especially if they're drinking more than a couple of cups of coffee a day. That in some people can raise blood pressure. But what many people don't realize also is that alcohol can also raise blood pressure. And over 1 or 2 drinks a day, in many cases, can affect your body so that blood pressure gets way out of control. So it's very, very important to keep track of how these things affect you and ask your doctor whether or not you need to limit alcohol or caffeine.
So, bottom line, is it possible to lower my blood pressure with just diet alone?
You know, it is possible if you change your diet by lowering your sodium intake, increasing your potassium intake, and also especially lowering your weight. If you have problems with being overweight, that helps a lot along with exercise. However, in many cases, blood pressure also needs to be lowered with the use of medications.
Okay, well thank you, Janice.
You're welcome.
And thank you for joining us today. My name is Dr. Brenda MD, and we'll see you next time.